Wubba lubba dub dub motherfuckers. What is going on, everyone? It is I, your boy, everyone's favorite jack of all trades with the foul mouth, Commodore Urban. And today I've got a pretty, I guess, I don't know if it's exciting. I don't think it's too exciting, but you guys might think it is. I don't know. But anyway, I got a book review I'm going to do for you guys. And it's a book that was requested by quite a few of you guys on the channel. And oh god, it was absolutely fucking horrible. Horrible shit. But before I begin, I just want to give a big shout out to all of you guys, to all my fans and my subscribers and viewers for sticking around and watching these fucking videos. The reason why I do it is for you guys. So without any further ado, I'm going to explain what I'm talking about. The reason why you see the amazing Titanic, the legendary Titanic, and of course I've got her lights cast aglow, and I've got my coal coin, and I've got my amazing plans over in the background, is because I am reviewing a book about the Titanic. And this book was requested. I was requested to fucking review this book. And if you guys ever heard of the infamous switch theory, meaning the Olympic was switched to be the Titanic, that fucking bullshit, yeah. This book was the reason why that is even a fucking thing. So, as a request, this is a fucking request review. I read the fucking book, and by the way, it was fucking garbage. It was shit. I read it so you guys didn't have to fucking read it, and it was Titanic, the Ship That Never Sank, by Gardiner, now in paperback. The controversial bestseller. Oh, dear God. What the hell have I got myself into? Anyway, on the back, it basically says in 1912 the unthinkable had happened. You know, the Titanic sank after hitting an iceberg, or so it was thought. For more than 80 years, the drama of the last hours of the Titanic has fascinated people. The discovery of the wreck by Dr. Robert Ballard and his team became one of the greatest media events of the 1980s. However, as time has passed, so evidence has appeared which casts doubt on the accepted wisdom of the great liner's fate. And the best-selling The Riddle of the Titanic, which I never fucking read, Gardiner and his co-author Dan Vandervat shocked the world with their claims that it was not, in fact, the Titanic, but the sister ship, the Olympic, which finished their days amidst the icy waters of the North Atlantic on that fateful night. Now, in his dramatic follow-up, Titanic, the Ship That Never Sank, Gardiner goes further into the scandal of the sinking, not only with more evidence on the alleged scam perpetrated by the White Star Line, but also with further details showing the possible collusion of the British government to cover up. Gardiner's remarkable account, published for the first time in paperback, recounts what really happened on that terrible night, revealing fresh evidence which sheds new light on the circumstances. Fascinating and controversial, Titanic, the Ship That Never Sank, has become one of the most talked about books. Oh my fucking god. I can tell you right now, this is absolute fucking trash. And I can tell you right now, it says a powerful and amazing story, the Sunday Post. The Unthinkable About the Unsinkable by the Oxford Times Oxford Mail. And Gardiner dispels myths and legends and misinformation and puts forward his analyst in a clear and conscious manner. He develops new findings, creates fresh villains, effectively debunks so-called heroes, and presents a new and thorough-provoking book on a well-aired subject. North Belfast Observer. Oh, dear God. Basically, what he's saying, the whole gist of the fucking book is that in September 1911, the HMS Hawk was in a collision with the RMS Olympic, which that damage and collision happened right around in the stern of the ship here. And supposedly when Olympic was returned to Belfast, the damage was so severe that it would cost a lot more to fix her than it would be to finish up the newly being built Titanic as the Olympic. So they took the brand new Titanic, reconverted her into Olympic specifications. Mind you, Titanic had the alterations in B deck an alteration of windows on the sea deck, areas. And she was, rebuilt to be Olympic, and she was Olympic. And so the damaged Olympic was patched up just enough to be paraded around as the Titanic. And supposedly the whole fucking scam of it is that they were going to take her to a specific spot in the Atlantic and they were going to sink her. And several ships were supposed to be nearby to pick up the crew and the passengers, including supposedly the Californian. And when the supposed supposed Titanic fucking sailed to the area, and it was not an iceberg that the Titanic hit. It was a blackened out ship that was supposed to have been one of the ships to gather the passengers once they started to do their supposed devious plot to sink the ship for insurance money. And it was a collision with another ship that sank the Olympic and / Titanic, whatever. It's a lot of fucking bullshit. It's enough to give you a massive fucking migraine. And it took me forever to read this book because every time I read this damn book, it gave me a migraine. It was awful, awful as fuck. And I actually was talking to a friend of mine, fellow Titanic historian and author, Daniel Allen Butler. And I told him I was reading this book. And he said, "Oh God, no, not that book. That book is trash." And I explained to him I was reading, and he said, "Well, you might get a laugh out of it. It's absolute garbage." But I'll tell you right now, it's funny. The book was funny. Because Robin Gardiner actually truly believed that the Titanic was Olympic. And I'll explain all those beliefs right now, that it was not the fucking Olympic. And he supposedly says it with his proof. He has proof. Supposedly. Proof. And he has the proof in these pictures. Okay, here's the two layouts of B-deck. This is Olympics. This is Titanic's. Okay, see, look at Olympic. It was an enclosed promenade. Titanic's was not. The promenade was here for the 2 millionaire suites, and there's a little bit here for the restaurant promenade and second class. The rest of it was all cabins. Okay? So there you go. Titanic was different internally on B-deck. And another thing that really kind of pisses me off is the fact with this picture. This picture here. He says this is Olympic in 1911 with the Titanic type C deck and aft promenade deck windows. See? Her window change was back here different, and she had the smaller B deck open area like Titanic. And her window arrangement is similar to that of the Titanic here. But here's Olympic in 1911. All the windows are the same, larger opening on the B deck, and the windows are all evenly spaced. And the reason why is because the picture that he said this is from 1911. This is 1911 picture, but this one is not. This picture of Olympic was taken during the refit of 1912 and 1913, and I'll explain why. One, the windows being changed here, the changing of the Olympic's B deck toward the stern here, the smaller opening here, the bulwark that was here is completely gone, and you can see the davits are all replaced because they're put different set davits on for larger boats. You see the size of the boat there, and compare it to the size of the boats here. And finally, when Olympic originally built, her bridge wings did not come out over the sides. They were flush with the sides of the superstructure. But on Titanic, they came out by several feet. In this picture, her bridge wing calves were brought out several feet. That was a design incorporated into her from that learned from the Titanic. So this picture here is the Olympic from 1912 to 1913. So that right there automatically throws the fucking shit out the window. This is not true. This is Olympic, not Titanic. And this is Olympic during 1912-1913. Her post-Titanic refit, for God's sake. You can tell, fucking larger lifeboats. And the bulwark that was right there is gone. Which you see the Titanic had that same bulwark there. And Olympic had it there as a divider between these boats and these fucking boats here. Okay? And you can see Titanic's layout right there. And supposedly, he says there's supposedly hull joints, like joints in the hull plating somewhere around the nose. But I looked at this picture of Titanic, and I fucking looked at the picture of Olympic, and this picture is supposedly of Olympic again, 1912. It looks the fucking same. It's the same fucking type of construction. I don't see any fucking difference at all. Like, Mr. Robin Gardiner had to have been fucking smoking something, because there is no differences whatsoever in that fucking shit at all. And he says that supposedly the 401 on the starboard propeller, that's supposedly definitive proof that this is supposed to be the fucking Olympic, because their starboard propeller being tore up. Well, not always, because Titanic's propellers were marked 401 as well, because they were made for her. So, I mean, and it's supposedly his fucking evidence. Once you break down his fucking evidence and look at the physical evidence of the two ships, Robin Gardner's claims that the Titanic became Olympic and the damaged Olympic became the Titanic to be sunk, it's bullshit. It's absolute fucking bullshit. And this book is absolute fucking trash. It's awful. It's garbage. It's shit. I don't even know why. It's a waste of fucking paper. And so I would not even rate this book. I would not even rate this fucking book. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the money. It's not worth the paper. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have to take a shit, and I'll probably use some of this book to wipe my ass with. That's how bad it is. Use it for fucking toilet paper, because it's what it's worth. It's shit. So, for the people that wanted me to read this book, congratulations. You have given me a fucking headache, you've made me sick, and you've pissed me off even more. Because, like I said, this fucking switch theory, it's all it is, a big fucking pile of shit. So you know what I say to this book? Fuck it. It's awful. It did not happen. Olympic was Olympic, and Titanic was Titanic. Titanic hit an iceberg, and everything that actually happened, because it was a series of freak accidents. And that's all it was. And if you guys can't get that through your fucking head, and there was no damn switch theory, you guys are just as fucking stupid as Robin Gardiner is. And if you watch this, Mr. Gardiner, I hope you do. You need some fucking help, because there is no way in hell that shit's even true. No way in fucking hell. I'm sorry. But the book, Titanic, the ship that never sank, is fucking trash. Don't even waste your time on it. Because it's garbage. It's not real. It's just a big conspiracy theory that's like tinfoil hat shit, okay? So there you have it. I read it, I reviewed it, it's shit. Don't worry about it. Don't even fucking deal with it. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below and I'll get back with you. And if you like the Titanic, you like ocean liners, or you like Star Trek models and all this other shit, hit the fucking subscribe button, hit the damn notification bell. Never miss a video of mine ever again. Until next time, this is Commodore Irvin, saying have smooth seas and clear skies. Happy sailing with all of you. God bless you. Until next time, just stay yourselves and, and stay frosty. Till next time, I'll catch you later. So long.